Alright lads, and so it's the start of a new month, the month of May, and with that we have our next set of Limit Breaker quests. Keep in mind, this is a beginners friendly one, so the requirement of entry is a lot easier. The quest itself is a lot easier, but keep in mind we only have 2 minutes. The reward itself offers 50 Spirit Orbs, 310,000 Transcendence Points, and also 2,500 Super Links or Potions for each attribute. And to obtain all these rewards, all you have to do is get to stage 16. Now this stage itself is only here till the 11th, so potentially right when this does end, since it is ending earlier, we are going to get another Limit Breaker quest offering more orbs, more Transcendence Points, but it's going to be more of the traditional Limit Breaker quest where it's going to be a tad bit more difficult. The rules themselves though should be relatively similar. I think they are going to want you to use the same characters, and those characters in particular are Giselle, the brand new Magic Society version. You want to use it in slot 1, slot 2 you want to use the Hollow Bankai Toshiro, and then slot 3 you ideally want to use Mugetsu. So that also does mean throughout the next 17 or so days, Toshiro's banner alongside Soifon and also Sergeant are set to return. They, I believe, are coming out on the 9th of May. And then because technically they want you to use Mugetsu, he also might potentially return it this month too. Maybe in a Brave Fest type banner. Either way, since this is the more beginner friendly one, the easier one, we are building the team a tad bit different. So I'm using Giselle. Now, keep in mind, you don't really have to meet all the requirements this time around, and you only have to get to stage 16. We're going to try and see how far we can possibly go, so we know we're going to get to stage 16. I want to see if we can get further than 20 in the 2-minute time frame. But yeah, I have Giselle max Transcendence, so best believe I'm going to use her, right? I mean, the build doesn't matter all that much, but if you do care about it, we're going with full spiritual pressure and as much recharge and full stamina damage as possible. Overall, my Giselle has close to 7,500 spiritual pressure. Slot 2, when it comes to Toshiro, I'm only using him in slot 2 because he is the best character here, so we might as well. He's going to have his increased status and chance. He's going to have his killer effect. And Toshiro is also a pretty fast character too. Basically going the same exact build, not using a 5-star plus Lieutenant's badge, however. And I am making sure that I can give both Toshiro and Ichigo in slot 3 good enough links, since we are using 2 heart characters. In his case though, only level 10 spiritual pressure. And in slot 3, they do want you to bring a power character. That does preferably have Hollow Killer, but again, not a big deal. Only 2 times killer effects. So in this case, we'll just bring in Ichigo because, one, his damage output is so good that it doesn't matter what bonuses there are right now, at least for this variation of Limit Breaker. You definitely will most likely not want to do this when the next Limit Breaker does happen if the rules are the same. But since we only have a 2-minute countdown, the reason why we're using Ichigo here is to get the recharge in between stages. So after 40 enemies are defeated, every time our character is next available, they can use as much strong attacks as they want. And for beginner quests like this, where you want to go as far as you can, just to challenge yourself and have a bit of fun, characters like this are very important. And right now, it's pretty much either this character or Soifon in slot 3. And my voice is apparently going. I need to drink some water. But one of the main things that makes this Ichigo even more special, besides the fact that he's giving you the recharge in between stages, besides the fact that he has one of the highest damage outputs in the entire game, he also does give your team an extra special move source after 80 enemies defeated. So, again, Ichigo is basically the perfect Limit Breaker character, and the build is essentially the exact same as Toshiro, with albeit different links. But let's see how it does go. So we're going to spend this first room, or first attempt, just to see what the enemy placement is and what strong attack should we be using. From the looks of it though, the rooms don't look too bad, to be fair. Thus far, we've been able to take out an entire room with just 1 strong attack. 2 strong attacks there for Giselle. How many strong attacks here? Looks like 2. We can maybe even finish that one in 1 strong attack, to be honest. Oh. Now, unfortunately, there's no way for me to get back up to full stamina, but it's fine. At this point, I'm pretty sure all the characters are going to start getting their recharge. I'm likely with Giselle, especially at max transcendence, we are going to one-shot. These are the poison enemies, but we're not even going to notice it. Because, again, it's not the highest HP set of enemies. Especially with Ichigo. And with the links and extensions I do have, right? So, we are looking on track for 20 stages. Very easily done. Obviously, we are going to get all the rewards, which is only getting to stage 16. Which, does that mean, how many poison enemies do you have to come against? For everyone, it shouldn't be much of an issue. You might not even notice the poison enemies, but with the idea that this is more of a beginner-friendly one. The poison enemies for, like, new accounts that maybe, like, a day or 2 old might struggle a bit. Probably not. But we're on stage 17. Now, keep in mind, these do not go to your record, by the way. There was a bug recently where they did for like a day or 2, but they've been since fixed. And I'm not sure that's a good or bad thing. I wouldn't mind it going onto our records. So in this case, we now have to actually use our EX skill. But remember, we do have a Soul Bomb, so I actually probably need to use my Soul Bomb. I feel like there's potential with this one. Still one shot in there, even with a 1-5 Toshiro. And, can we just use our SA3? We don't even need to use the Soul Bombs. I want to at least try and get into 25. Probably someone there. And do we get to the next stage? Does that actually count, though? 23? Overall, 22. So we actually went into 24, stage 24, on like the last millisecond. So it actually doesn't count. But yeah, like I said, relatively easy, right? We were able to clear all the stages in, for the most part, under 10 seconds. We had a few stinkers, a few hiccups. Stage 17, 18-second clear time. Stage 18, a 10-second clear time. But if we quickly go to the preparation screen, we can, of course, claim all the rewards here. 300,000 Transcendence Points, 50 Spirit Orbs, and also a pretty decent amount of Super Link Shot Potions, in all honesty. It's almost enough to fully Super Link Shot one character. And again, this is a bonus because in 11 days, we're going to get round 2 of the Limit Breaker quest, where we're getting our more traditional rewards. But let's try that again. My personal goal for stuff like this is to try and to get into 25 if we possibly can. We are using pretty good characters, so we just got to fasten our toes here. That's basically about it. Like, the damage output is fine. We're one-shotting everyone. That's surprisingly hit with the SA2. That's not too bad. Unfortunately, I messed up my strong attacks here. We've already ruined the run. So let's try that again, just because we didn't get the best start. So SA1 upwards takes them out, not too bad. With Ichigo, we can probably SA2. Lovely. Again, love that character. Really good. I think I can actually clear that wave, but we need to make sure we don't spam all our strong attacks and use them wrong, right? So not too bad. Lost some full stam. This is an awkward room. What do I do here? So that has slowed us down heavy. So let's try that again, and just to have a better start. Because we kind of messed up on that Ichigo stage. I think I need to be quick with my flash steps, because that's like the most important part. Like, damage right here for this team is not important. It really isn't. It's all about the use of the strong attacks. So we actually missed an enemy there. And how much I'm flash stepping, right? I say one bit awkward placement of that random barricades. Lost some full stamina. Can't get back up to full stamina, but it's fine. And SA1. Not bad. Can we just SA1 into the free? Yeah, that stage is actually really good for a character like Toshiro. There we go, lovely. I think next time I'm going to have to use the characters. Oh, might as well use the free. I need to use the characters' EX skill is what I need to do. Okay, luckily one-shot that. The range on that SA2 is crazy. We can one-shot there because now we have the recharge in between stages. Lovely. 2 strong attacks at most is what we want to do to clear these stages. That was smooth. Might as well use the SA2 just to get some lunging action into it. Not the best SA2 there. Or SA1, we did cancel it. Ooh. Bit stinky there. It's fine, though. Get an EX skill into the 2. There we go. New rotation. 30 seconds to go. Can we do it? SA1 upwards. Lovely. And we still have 2 soul bumps. Ichigo is so fast. Look at that. Look at his movement. It's crazy. SA1 into the 3. We counted it 2. The main goal for us at 25. Can we do it? Yes, it might be the case. We don't even have time to use our soul bomb. We might as well just use it, though. And we got into our main goal was to get into 25 for the most part, right? That wasn't too bad. For me personally, regardless of it being a beginner's friendly limit breaker, regardless of it being the traditional hard limit breaker, I always strive for stage 25, even if it doesn't go into my record, even if it doesn't give me any extra rewards. But yeah, Ichigo was fast, man. He's such a good character, honestly. Absolute treat to play with, even for something like this. With that said, just for the sake of it, can we just try and build a team with resurrectable characters and see how far we can potentially go? So let's actually try and meet the requirements here. Melee, and we want to have a sword killer. Surely there's a lot of mine sword killers back in the day. Back in the day. You know, we're going to go with Daddy Ichigo, round 14. We don't have to use like super old characters, but some relevant resurrectable units isn't a bad thing to do here. The problem is, though, we're not going to have any recharge in between stages from Ichigo. So this one, we want to use a ranged no affiliation killer. So let's see what we are working with here. Ranged. Not too... Damn, there's really not any ranged super killer that's resurrectable. I mean, there's these two. Let's ignore the no fleet killer. Yeah, there's not many good characters here. I mean, I'm kind of inclined or kind of want to use Tokinada. I would love to pick Aizen, but he's not getting resurrected until probably January. Later next year, I guess, so in like 7 months. But you know, I do like Apache as a character, so let's go ahead and use her. She is max transcended. Kind of fortunate that I do have these characters worked on. And she is resurrectable. Yeah, she is. I'm kind of just right now in the mood to use resurrectable characters because we have gotten to the point where there's some pretty decent resurrectable characters, you know. Even though they didn't get like the biggest damage upgrades for some content, they actually have a use. And we will be doing a series of trying to beat all these Senkamun towers using resurrectable characters if it is possible, because I've seen it on Reddit and it sounds like a lot of fun. So this one, we're going to use a power holo killer. There is a lot of power holo killers, and I know one in mind of the character I want to use. If we scroll down, I mean, there's Fifth Annie Ichigo, there's Nemu, but I want to use this character. He's someone that I didn't get to use much, and he was one of the coolest and best characters on release, but unfortunately for me, I didn't get him until like a year later where, like, you know, power creep had its effects. So for someone like me, I didn't get like my full use of this character, but he's still such a cool unit, and you know I'm definitely going to be there when we get a Season 4 Toshiro in Brave Swords, but that's going to be like after like the 11th anniversary. It's such a long time away. And since we actually just got some Transcendence points, I want to go ahead and reroll his second slot, his 6th slot, to make him a better character. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, to be fair. It's honestly not worth it. And the anniversary is coming up, in all honesty. Likely, I am going to use some special move sources during the anniversary. But you know what? I have 2 million points right now. I'll definitely take the 250 SP. Oh, never mind. Next roll is 500 SP. I've been getting really lucky with the rolls here. And, you know, he's not like the best Link, but, you know, recharge and strong attack damage isn't bad. I just want to make sure I give him the extra flash steps. But yeah, we have 3 months till the anniversary. Plenty of Transcendence points coming our way. And strictly just from Limit Breaker quests. But I'm also saving a crap ton of summon tickets. So when the anniversary does come around, I'm going to have millions of Transcendence points. Millions. So all 3 characters here, I'm kind of messing up my strong attacks, have really good strong attack kits. You know, Toshiro was like one of the OG greats. Ichigo is a character that a lot of people kind of didn't appreciate on release. Not on release, on reveal. You know, compared to Rukia, she had the new mechanics. She looked a lot more impressive. This is all over the place right now, but we're going to keep it going. Can I use that as one? There we go. And he just didn't look that impressive compared to Rukia. But when he came out, he was really good. Especially in Arena too. When that was like the new shiny thing. And yeah, we're able to one-shot. Boost effect is helping us out here. Unfortunately for this character, Apache, I did not consider the status element on the floor. But, you know, we don't need the full stamina. It's fine. SA2 takes them out. Lunge forward into the 3. Beautiful visuals, by the way, even to this day. Just smooth gameplay is the best way to describe that Toshiro. SA1 takes them out. SA1 here. We can probably use our Soul Bomb whenever we want to, but it does get Apache back up to full stamina, so I'm more inclined right now to use it on her compared to any character. Damn, they dodged us. That is super unfortunate, but we are max resistant, so our normal attacks are doing pretty good damage. Ichigo. Not the skinny lunge that I missed. Alright, the goal is to get to 20. Can we do that? I don't think so with 20 seconds left. But they're doing decent for the lack of recharge, you know, in between stages. Alright. Maybe should not have done that with Toshiro. Not the best. SA1. SA2 there. Into the 1. Into the 3. 17. I mean, at least in this case, using some old characters, not even like the greatest run, we were at least able to get into stage 16, which does give you all the rewards. That doesn't come as a surprise, though. If you just wanted to, you know, have some fun with some old characters, get to stage 16, you can do that. You can do that. And, you know, you don't have to go back and use old resurrectable characters. You can use any character in your inventory. If they have attribute advantage, great. If they have that and killer, even better. If they have all that and also meet the requirements, then you're pretty much set. So yeah, overall, just a short video for today going over the current Limit Breaker quest, the beginner-friendly one. All you have to do is get to stage 16. For me, I wanted to challenge myself and get to 25, and we did do that. I might even try and go further off camera just for the fun of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care, and peace.